For this project, we are using the Climate Resilience for Communities tool, which is for sure the CRMC tool. What the CRMC tool is also bringing into understanding resilience is measuring the impact of resilience, where we apply a resilience assessment before hazard, and that's named the T0 study, and after a specific event or a specific stress that took place. And with that way, the CRMC tool operates as a framework, not an action, that can be measured across time and space on understanding the impact of climate adaptation intervention at the socioeconomic level and the physical level of the city context and urban setting. In this project, the CRMC tool provides us with a very interesting opportunity of co-designing interventions and providing the community with the ownership of the different solutions that can be developed. Those solutions fit into the community's needs and priorities, and it can range from being a piece of hardware like a platform, or it can be a technique like a digital risk mapping process, or even a tool like an online app, a method or an approach that can really support disaster risk management, like developing a committee, for example, or even a system that can contribute into advancing early warning system data and heat mapping, or even an infrastructure that can be developed at the physical level of intervention and developing shaded devices or even nature-based solutions. I think the engagement and the contribution of the women is important from different aspects and different elements. The first one is the top-down approach of understanding climate risks and being able to really create impact and on the ground. And when I say impact, I'm speaking about awareness raising, I'm speaking about education, I'm speaking about even the physical impact that we have seen the women in Izmir contributing into climate change mitigation, and giving, for example, some of the stories that we've heard from the women here and the local context, how they are really looking into measures when it comes into reducing the impact of heat wave and trying to really look into different ventilation mechanisms within their homes, or how can, for example, they paint the roofs with different colors in certain seasons in order also to reduce the impact. And at the same time in the flooding season, and how they also try to keep those sheets in these small houses that they have just to protect their homes from the rain coming in. In addition to that, I also can see the role women are making when understanding the risks of climate change beyond the physical risks on the environment. So the socioeconomic impact, for example, of heat waves when it comes into urban violence, and what really can be the role of women in reducing that impact. I think what is really unique about the Climate Resilience for Communities project in Izmir in particular is the context, first of all, considering the location of the city, its historical elements, and also the demographic diversity that Izmir has. Adding into that is the element of the work that the city have been leading on climate change as part of their CCAP programs and climate mitigation adaptation efforts. The contribution this project is also bringing to the city is linked into its actual interventions when it comes into climate mitigation and adaptation, the development of the CCAP strategies, and how can that actually lead into impact on the ground for communities.